Welcome to Have You Read It? The channel where we bring books to life, one summary at a time. Today we are exploring Patrick King's Better Small Talk. Talk to anyone. Avoid awkwardness, generate deep conversations, and make real friends. This book isn't just about surface-level chatting. It's a guide to creating meaningful connections in a world that often feels increasingly disconnected. King emphasizes that as human beings, we are inherently social creatures, and the quality of our interactions directly impacts our well-being. Studies even suggest that loneliness can have similar effects to poor diet and lack of exercise, potentially leading to an earlier death. Therefore, mastering the art of conversation and moving beyond superficial exchanges is crucial for a fulfilling life. A study mentioned in the book highlights this point. Researcher Matthias Mell equipped participants with recording devices to capture their daily interactions. The results showed a clear correlation between substantive, deep discussions and greater happiness, while small talk had a negative correlation, actually making people less happy. Building on this, King references Arthur Aaron's 1997 study where participants, strangers to each other, were asked a series of increasingly personal questions. This deep dive approach fostered openness, intimacy, and a sense of closeness between the participants. But how do we bridge the gap between knowing that deep conversations are beneficial and actually initiating them? King provides a framework, starting with preparation and moving through the stages of small talk toward more meaningful exchanges. The book stresses that effective conversation isn't just about being quick-witted. It involves psychological and physiological preparation. Instead of preparing for specific conversations, you prime yourself to shine in any social exchange. Psychological preparation involves getting into the mood to socialize and becoming comfortable initiating interactions. King introduces the concept of 10-second relationships, short, low-pressure interactions with strangers to warm up your social muscles. It could be as simple as a greeting or a brief compliment to a barista or cashier. A study mentioned in the book supports this, revealing that commuters who interacted with strangers on their journey reported a more positive experience than those who remained isolated. King advocates for engaging in more short interactions because they can boost our moods, change our perspectives, and warm us up socially. Physiological preparation involves warming up your speaking muscles. King suggests reading aloud, exaggerating emotions, and varying your vocal tone and pace. This exercise can enhance your expressiveness and confidence in conversations. He provides an excerpt from The Wizard of Oz as a practice text. The book emphasizes the importance of enunciation. When people speak clearly, they come off as more confident. In addition to psychological and physiological warm-ups, King introduces the idea of a conversation resume. This involves identifying your interesting stories, accomplishments, unique experiences, and perspectives on relevant issues. The conversation resume confirms your identity, quirks, accomplishments, and unique perspectives. It helps us gain self-awareness and self-confidence. The conversation resume is not that different from a resume you would use for a job interview, because it helps you present the version of yourself that you most want others to see. King divides the conversation resume into 4 sections: daily life, personal interests, notable experiences, and current events. Regularly updating this resume ensures you always have engaging material ready to share. Understanding the stages of conversation is key to navigating social interactions effectively. King outlines 4 stages: small talk, fact disclosure, opinion disclosure, and emotion disclosure. Small talk is the initial stage, involving pleasantries and general chit-chat to create a comfortable atmosphere. After small talk, the second step is fact disclosure. This is a getting to know you phase where you can start sharing details of your life, where you work or live, interests, what you're doing at the moment. The third stage, opinion disclosure, brings you both closer still. Finding common ground allows you to share viewpoints and opinions. The final stage of emotion disclosure is where you open up even further and share personal feelings directly. This has to be genuine. King stresses the importance of setting the right tone from the beginning of an interaction. This involves projecting comfort, familiarity, and openness. Treating new acquaintances as potential friends rather than strangers. Speaking like friends means being less formal, more playful, and less afraid to express your true thoughts and emotions. King encourages being less predictable and injecting humor into your responses. Making the first move can be daunting, but King provides indirect methods to break the ice. These include asking for objective information, commenting on the environment, or highlighting a commonality you share with the other person. Finding similarity is a powerful way to build rapport. People naturally gravitate towards those they perceive as being like them. King suggests asking probing questions to uncover common interests, values, or experiences. Creating opportunities for similarity involves mirroring the other person's body language, voice tonality, and mannerisms. Sharing personal information and divulging details also fosters connection. Mutual dislike can also serve as a bonding agent, as sharing negative experiences or opinions can create a sense of camaraderie. Even with the best intentions, some people may be hesitant to engage. In these situations, King introduces the concept of elicitation, using conversational techniques to encourage people to open up and share more. These elicitation techniques include recognition praising their accomplishments, complaining offering something to commiserate about, correction making a statement you know is wrong to prompt a correction, and naivete acting like you're on the cusp of understanding to encourage them to explain. The book also talks about indirect elicitation methods. For example, when you ask a question you think may not be answered, act as if they answered it and react to that hypothetical answer. Conversations and interactions thrive on motion. Stagnation leads to boredom, so it's important to keep the conversation moving. Whether it's by going deeper into a topic, branching out to related subjects, or sharing personal experiences. King cautions against being too goal-oriented in conversations, as this can make you appear tone-deaf and dismissive of others' contributions. Instead, be open to where the conversation naturally leads. The book emphasizes that great conversations are journeys. They never remain in the same place. There is a sense of direction, there is a sense of conflict that needs resolution, and there is a sense of tension that needs to be unwound. To think on your feet and avoid awkward silences, King recommends practicing free association. This involves rapidly generating related words or concepts to a given topic, which can spark new avenues for conversation. King provides helpful acronyms to guide your responses in conversations. These include HPM history, philosophy, metaphor, SBR specific, broad, related, and EDR emotion, detail, restatements. HPM stands for history, philosophy, and metaphor. This means in response to a question or statement directed at you, you reply with your own statement that evokes history, philosophy, or a metaphor. SBR stands for specific, broad, and related. To any statement or question directed to you, you can reply with one of these types of statements. EDR stands for emotion, detail, and restatements. It straddles HPM and SPUR. You can use what's in front of you. But it's even better if you draw internally and speak about your own thoughts and opinions. To foster deeper connections, King emphasizes the power of genuine compliments. However, he distinguishes between superficial compliments and those that are more thoughtful and impactful. King suggests complimenting people on things they have control over and things they have made a conscious choice about. These reflect their personality, values, and thought processes. The book also emphasizes the importance of noticing and celebrating people's idiosyncrasies. Highlighting their unique traits in a positive light can make them feel special and understood. Effective listening is another crucial aspect of building strong relationships. King encourages active listening, which involves fully engaging with the speaker, emptying your mind of your own thoughts, and tailoring your response to what they have said. The book also recommends using phrases that encourage others to keep speaking, like "tell me more" or "what happened next." To make conversation easy, King recommends asking better questions. He says that while most questions we use are surface level, and thus will only return surface level responses, there are a few guidelines for more piercing questions that will create more fertile ground for real substance. Ask open-ended questions, don't ask for facts. Ask for the analysis and reaction associated with the facts. Go beyond assumptions. What are you missing in your own analysis? Get all sides of the story. The more perspectives, the better. Use follow-up questions, don't interject your own thoughts. Get comfortable with dead air and in fact utilize it, and encourage people to come up with their own insights. So, how did that change your opinion on things? Open-ended questions, though, can spark discussions and bring up new, revelatory understandings that binary questions don't encourage. When they speak about issues that are unfamiliar to us, we ask them to explain what they mean, what they believe, or what assumptions they bring to the situation. A responsibly asked question will help get a better picture of the greater context of things and will allow us to understand matters beyond our own limited view. The book also talks about turning the conversation toward third things, not me, not them, but something else. The book says to always be curious about new things and desire to learn. To be truly captivating, King emphasizes the importance of looking inwards. Become the type of person you would like to get to know, someone with diverse interests, a thirst for knowledge, and a willingness to engage with the world. Conversation-worthy people actively pursue what they want. The more interests you have, the more interesting you become. The act of knowing is more than simply being interesting. It makes conversation with you easy and, oftentimes, a delight. It allows you to teach, instruct, enlighten, lead, and always have something interesting to say. King emphasizes the importance of developing opinions, even if you have to start by parroting other people's opinions, while branching out and developing more opinions and thoughts on issues. You must express yourself while respecting and honoring the perspectives of other people. Most importantly, don't make them feel judged, attacked, or lesser than when you do express yourself. It can be difficult because sometimes we build up a lot of steam during conversations. We feel like we're on a roll with what we're talking about, and we could keep going for hours. That's a selfish pursuit, and if someone wants to hog the spotlight for a while, you must absolutely surrender it and be willing to derail yourself and jump completely into someone else's ideas and topics. To improve your conversations and connect better, you need to shut up more. As the old saying goes, you can't learn when you're speaking. The overall takeaway from better small talk is that meaningful conversations and strong relationships are built on intention, preparation, and a genuine interest in others. By mastering the art of active listening, asking thoughtful questions, and sharing your authentic self, you can move beyond superficial exchanges and create lasting connections. Easy to remember heuristics from the book. 10-second relationships. Warm up your social skills with short, low-pressure interactions. Conversation resume, prepare engaging stories and perspectives to share. HPM, SBR, EDR. Use these acronyms to guide your responses and keep the conversation flowing. Thanks for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss our next book dive.